Hey guys, I'm the Shape-Shifting Tree back Wednesday for post-play after a while. It's been a while. I haven't done this for a while. The grinding, I was distracted by other things. Life's been busy. Kind of got distracted. I got a few things I want to do in the future, so I want to finish this one up. Give me any ideas for projects. I know I haven't said that in a while. I say that a lot, but please, I need ideas for projects, because I want to start taking on some of your ideas on board for things to do, because I'm not sure where I want to go with this. What I want to do next. Now, jeez, it's been a while. Anyway, much like what you did before, you want to make sure everybody has enough gear. You want to round out everybody. Alright. Buy one feathered cap. Buy one of those. Buy just one of those. Give this. Cecil's gonna need something. Alright. Go in, buy the shards. Buy a shard. I don't know. I honestly don't really know what I'm doing. I'm actually curious of one thing, is that because you have the MP plus 50 in this, and something that I might test out, I just get up to a point and see if it will work, is remember how technically Visoyakani is Meteor. What would happen if I gave him the MP plus 50 on a third playthrough, and would he be able to theoretically be able to cast Meteor? Have enough MB for it? I'm curious. You know, it feels like it's something that they, I don't know, have they been careful enough to code around that? I want to know. It's just a little curiosity of mine. Hey, Edward. I know I'm rushing through this one a lot more, but it's not really needed to rush through this as much. I don't need to go over as much stuff this time through. There's a lot more to go through in the pre-game, because I gotta go through all the things you actually have to do. It doesn't mean if you can cast Meteor then a one-shot anything, but whatever. I'm gonna head out to the thing. There's not really much to say or do here. Just grapple. The thing about a post-game mod of this game, it doesn't add that much to the actual game for the most part. Providing you, as long as you remember your setups, there's not really much else you really need to do. Remember, your setups and essentially move on out to whatever plot things is needed you need to do. So in other words, basically, you go up here, wander through this place, go to the chocobos. Oh, by the way, yes, I leveled everyone up, same as I did last time, so it's not gonna, most of these enemies are not gonna be a threat. Cecil's not losing anything because he's technically stopped, although that doesn't really mean much. Honestly, none of these enemies are any threat. Note this, none of these enemies are going to be any real threat to you at this point. This is mainly the thing you want. Honestly, Cecil's magic is going to be the main magic I'm using to go through this through the lot of areas. He's going to be sort of on healing duty out of battle. It's not, some circumstances might say that that's a bad idea. Not really, because with all the other healers, they're either good enough, or I've put either enough work into them, or B, Now I'm just gonna heal up everybody, just for starting. To start, I'm gonna save before I enter, and then we're gonna go into this cave. There's not really much to say about this. It's pretty much exactly the same as it was before. Jeez, I can't believe I forgot that lodestone was a word for magnetic. Jeez, I just was... Yes, because claws are not made of metal. Your claws are not made of metal. You are getting this. That... You can't even have a shield because all shields are made of metal. Seriously, they could have easily put a leather shield in this. Alright, equipped. Feathered cap. I see, equip that, and... Yeah, Cecil really suffers the short stick here. It really... The Yang's the only person who didn't have having anything that was even slightly resembling that. Now, the boss is... Yeah, it's fire. I'm gonna equip him with fire claws. Replace the mithril with wood, and he's good. Literally, that's the only thing I did to him. I found one of those during the thing, and... His silver armlet gets replaced with a ruby. That's about it. There's not really much you need to say about this place. I'm gonna be brutally honest, this place is pretty damn the same. There's literally almost nothing different about it. I don't even know, I'm not gonna bother picking up most of these items. I don't think I'm gonna need them in this place. This place doesn't really have anything of real note. I'm not going to go around and wander this entire place. I didn't do that last one, I'm not gonna do it here. There's not a 100% completion run. Honestly, I'm not the completionist. Still, Cecil's gonna suffer here quite a bit. Oh, for you sons of... Seem to be a good boy. Yeah. Well, not Sid. Tell her be a good boy and a wise Cecil. Punch. Didn't need it. I'm a little annoyed Cecil didn't get the XP there, but... I mean, Cecil's the one who's probably going to be the most in need of it, to be honest. Even a Phoenix down I have, or do I have to waste him? Jeez. Oh well. I generally will want to get Teller up to raise and just kill Cecil. Screw it. I'm gonna have to heal him up anyway. Cecil, this dungeon likes to give Cecil the short shaft here. Way more than most of the other dungeons. You know, it would really have helped this game if it... This boss is actually probably one of the... You know, the game doesn't really do... This game, well, I love this game for years, but... You know... It's... I don't even know. I can't really criticize this game for anything, to be honest. It's pretty good all around. It doesn't do anything wrong. That's the thing. It's a very good game. There's not really much I can say about this game that it hasn't done right. I mean, it's your standard RPG, but it's a pretty good game all around, and honestly, it's 100 times better than its predecessor. You see, this place hurts Cecil a lot more, because he's really dependent on what kind of weapon he's using. It's Cecil's greatest strength and his weakness is the fact that he gets drastically stronger the weapons he wields, as a lot of his strength comes from his weapon. His base strength affects that. His base strength's more of a trigger to his weapons. So he doesn't really... So this is why he suffers here, because while all the other characters kind of wield weapons that mainly either A, rely on weapons that don't... Either A, like Sid, don't do a lot of damage, or B, are like Teller, who relies on magic, and Yang, who relies on claws. Also, I'm just going to give him the fire claws because screw it. The boss here actually, those are going to be more useful for the boss. But there's not really much I have to say in this run. Honestly, there's not much to say about this game, because in this run there's not much to say. Most of this game pretty much is almost ditto itself on its post game. The reason why I'm doing the post game is because I do want to explain some of the differences. I want you, so for those who are playing along. But in general, it's pretty much the same game. Pretty much. Not really much to say about it. Although, one of the things I would tell you is that, you know, I might talk. What games do you think I should play on this channel? I play a lot of RPGs. But give me some suggestions. Do you want me to play one of the earlier XCOMs? I might do that if one of you wants me to. But I'll need a request for that. It's something that I'm not keen enough on to start on my own. But if one of you wants me to, I will do it. I have still a request. I'm just not keen. I want to know if any of you will want to do it. It's kind of... It's one of those games that I'm not sure about. I mean, if you can find me a way to get Sonic 06 onto the PC, I would gladly do that for all of you, by the way. Because that is a game that I both want to play on this channel in the future, and do a discussion on it as well. Because I think this is a game that it gets bashed way too much. From personal experience, I completed the game once, and I'll gladly do it on this channel. It has some annoying moments, like, God, vehicle sections were annoying, naughty. Yes, I'm not going to defend it to the point that I'm not aware it has flaws. What I'm going to say, though, is that it's not terrible. It's not amazing. I'm not going to go there. It's not amazing. Yet it is good. It's still... I think that's kind of like... If it wasn't bagged to the hell house by everybody, it probably would have done pretty well. If it wasn't expected to be amazing. That is my problem with that game, is that everybody wanted it to be the equivalent of adventure. And things like that. No, I wouldn't say it got there. But I would say that it did pretty well considering what it was trying to do. You know what I mean? There's something there with that game that it had the best of intentions. It just went a little astray. It didn't have enough time. It's kind of like that little friend who tries his best but he tripped over halfway along the road. The thing is, though, how the fan base reacted to him is like he's a little guy who meant well, but everybody bullies him for not achieving. That's the way I feel about 06. He's the bullied kid. And I think that's not really fair. He made some mistakes, I'm not gonna lie. But not entirely his fault. The best of intentions were there. But it needed to be improved on. But we don't give it the criticism it needed to become... Instead of... You know, we didn't compliment the kid properly. Basically, what we said about him was essentially he was garbage. Which was the wrong approach. You're good, but you could be better. You know, he's kind of like that second person who gets third in a sports game. It's like, you're good, but he could do better. It's not that he's bad. He's got a lot of good things, but we need to list what he could improve and how to improve it. Because, really, there was not much else I'm gonna say about 06. There's not much to say. I'm honestly just gonna equip him with his stuff, because Sleep Blade, done. Mythical Field, because I have it. Yeah, a few of those things were dropped by enemies for some reason. You can have your Mythical Hammer back, and you can even have the Mythical Shield. I'm just equipping everyone with everything that they have that is metal. To be honest. He's the only one who doesn't have a single piece of metal equipment. You know, this is not the toughest boss fight. But, you know, this is probably one of the easier boss fights in the game. It's not the hardest. It's kind of just there. Like, you're gonna get some trouble with it early on, but... It's quite possible this guy actually had full power stronger than Golbez before he gets weakened by that harp playing that happens. Although I really think this guy could have beaten Golbez, which is amazing when you think about it. This guy could beat Golbez. Considering we could barely hit him, even Golbez would not find this guy an easy opponent. Plus, Golbez's metal armor would leave him paralyzed heavily by this place. You see Golbez in his heavy 10-ton armor. Cecil actually survived the hit, which is amazing. Actually, Cecil actually did not, which actually kind of makes sense, as he's the only one who's actually standing up, and he's not immediately down in this scene. Wait, how long has he been here? I want to know how many days it has been here. Do you know what would help these guys if they just gave him his harp and let him sit and play it on the bed? You know? Hey, you know, he should have asked him for the harp, but whatever. I mind his perseverance. Yeah. This is the point when you want to kill this thing. Cecil's gonna defend. Focus. Honestly, he doesn't do that much right now, so I'm just gonna go protect and shell. Protect and shell, that's the first line of duty. Then Teller can heal everybody, and then we'll start, and I will wail on this, and I'll have Cecil wail on him. I'll have Cecil just keep attacking. See, this guy doesn't do that much damage, honestly. In fact, his initial onslaught's kind of pathetic. When you think about it, he's actually doing, what, 100 damage each. The elf form is not really a threat at this point. I think it was just some plot MacGuffin excuse to say that he could do damage, that you couldn't do enough damage if you're over-leveled, like I did. I must admit it's good that they actually figured out that he might do that and counteract by just making his stats obscenely high for the first fight. But whatever. Sleep. Not really that much I'm gonna say about this guy, honestly. He's just kind of here. Just keep wailing on him. He'll die pretty fast, to be honest. The first phase of this fight is oddly tranquil, because as he's just playing the music, you're just gonna go... Yeah. There's not much to really say about it. This first part of the fight's kind of... At best it's an eh. Not much really happens, as long as you just keep wailing on him. Bio. I believe that inflicts sap, which is not a bad status effect. It's gonna hurt slightly, but... Really? It doesn't do that much. As long as you keep it from doing... The reason why I have him... I'm holding onto Yang's focus so that he can just whack the next phase, which is actually an important part. Just having cess, because there's not really a... I'm not going to waste his power here. Thank you. You turned him into a pig. You know, for all the status effects this guy does, it's not really doing anything to aid him in his fight, really. I might give... do I have an ether? Yes, I might give that to Teller now. He's 91 low. You generally want to do that, even if you... I mean, this fight could be over pretty quickly, but I still want to make sure that Teller's pretty well topped up. Yeah, because the next phase is going to wreck everything if I'm not careful. Now. Pow, pow. Oh, sorry, that was just amazing. It's like fully focused fingers, pow, pow, and he just I one-shot you, one-shot the boss. I don't care. That's just epic. That's just epically amazing. He's probably absorbed power in the crystal. That's why he was so powerful. He was already starting to absorb it. Now, since we used that on him and it was not necessary, I'm going to use some of that magic we gave him to teleport out. And he can heal us up too, since he's there. But I think I'll end this episode here, because it's about 20 minutes, which is roughly what I'd like my videos to be. You know, I wish there was a lot to talk about. There really isn't a lot to talk about the game itself. It's just, after you completed the first time through, there's pretty much not a lot to say. There's a few things, which we'll go over when they pop up. Actually, one thing I forgot to tell you is that if you're doing a post-game, there's actually, at the point where Cecil becomes a paladin, it's where, you know how you have the dark matter, use it there and you'll fight the super boss Gurion. You can also do it at the place where you fought the 4 elemental arc fiends, for the final time. But, I'll end this video here. This is Shapes of the New signing out.